So the question is financial management Achilles heel or a strategic advantage? I think necessarily it has to be a strategic advantage. You can't look at financial management like some type of an Achilles heel. You have to figure out how is it that you're going to use the money that you've been given by the taxpayers to get the best advantage that you can for the taxpayers. You know, most of our cities are in tough economic times. Boston, we're a little bit lucky. I've been zero funded. I speak a lot with the commissioner at FDNY, Sal Casano, and he always tells me, I wish I was level funded, you know. In this economic times, being level funded has been a big advantage to us, but a few years ago, we did get some budget cuts, and we've been level funded since then. But it's our responsibility to use that money to provide the best service to our customers, the people in our community, and we have to take that very seriously. I think it's imperative that we take the leadership role in financial management and not delegate too much of the responsibility. So I don't mean getting into the weeds and everything that's going on and making every single decision, but we have to set priorities. We have to set the vision, and then there are times when people are going to want to deviate from the budget, and then you have to look at what are the priorities. And I think that we as leaders have to be, you know, the final arbiters of when the budget is deviated from, and then, you know, we have to be the ones that can make that case to deviate from the budget within our own funding, or if there's additional funding needs, or we perceive there is, we have to be able to go to the mayor or the city council or whatever. And if you're a financial director, if they're not performing satisfactorily, over time, you need to look at getting a new financial director. You have to have somebody that you can trust, who's going to be watching, counting all the beans, as I like to say, for you, so that it make your job a little bit easier. And some of the lessons learned that I have is, you know, to develop tools that work for you. And I'm going to show you one of the tools that I developed that works well for me. The other, expect subordinates to have command of their budgets. You know, when I took over, the various deputy chiefs that were in charge of different divisions had virtually no input to the budget. And so we divided up the budget. Here's here's training, here's personnel, here's maintenance, here's your budget. This is basically what you spent last year. Here's what you spent it on. So now we use zero-based budgeting, right? Tell me what you need, how much it's going to cost, and build a budget going forward into the next fiscal year. That was crazy talk for a lot of these guys. What, I got to figure out, what do you mean? That's my job? I got to come up with a budget? Yes. You know, so some people hit the deck plate running, right, and they came up with a great budget, and they were excited because now they can say, hey, here's the priorities within my division, here's what I want to spend my money on, and other guys, you know, try to hide under their desk and hope, you know, they didn't really have to do it. But hold their feet to the fire, make them put the budget, make them justify what they want to spend the money on.